Hey everyone, this is Safia, and I am so excited to be able to share with you some money saving ways that I am currently implementing in mine and my children's lives, which are making a tremendous impact on my finances and my money saving abilities. Okay. Some of you may know that I have been in um, arrears or debt when it comes to my rent, and that is because they basically my rent has stopped because they want the rent payments that I was getting while I was homeschooling my child has stopped because there's a new system of benefits down here in the UK called the Universal Credit, and I refuse to go on it because I've heard the stories, I've seen the nightmares of people who have been on it, who are on it, and also I know that if I'm to do go on that kind of benefit system for a while, because I don't like being in the system anyway, I know that it will require me to have to work outside of my home, which I am opposed to because I am a full-time homeschool mother of my 6-year-old son. And besides, I do not want to raise my son, on welfare. So they stopped my rent and they're trying to pressure me to get this benefit, and they've taken me to court for my place. And so what I've started doing is, beside prayer, I've started paying my rent from my actual groceries money. Now, I found a way to do this where me and my children will still be taken care of, and I can actually, with dignity, pay the rent from my own pocket and not from a system. And um, what I have been doing, one of the ways which I found, because I've been praying and I've been searching ways to, I'm very resourceful. God has given me that gift of being resourceful, always finding a way. If you really want something, if you really want to make something happen, you will make something happen. My motto is not, how, oh, I can't do this. My motto is, how can I do this? How can I go around this? Okay, there must be ways. There must be ways. Everyone else can think of ways to do things and create jobs and create businesses. I was born with the same brain as the next millionaire, the next person out there. And so I wish if they could make it and survive and thrive and live a financially independent life, so can I. So I need to pick the brains of those who are doing great things, the two percenters in the world who are actually leading out financially, who are living independently and not having to work, but just do it because they love it. I want to know how they do it and what are their spending habits and what are their saving habits. Because one thing I found, I was speaking to a millionaire the other day. Yes, I had an opportunity to speak to a millionaire, and I was talking to her about my situation. One of the things she says is, it's not so much about it's not much about working harder and selling more. It's your spending habits, it's your saving habits. And she didn't go into detail, but I fully understood what she awoke something within me about, everything we need is really in our homes, is really in our lifestyle. We can just adjust our lifestyle. We can really amass a great amount of wealth. So one of the things which I've started doing is buying in bulk. Buying in bulk. Now, in order to buy in bulk, I had to not just simplify my life because I'm a vegan, right? But I've noticed I've noticed that even though you're vegan, I'm a single parent, so I'm not always wanting to be at the kitchen making stuff. So I buy a lot of frozen stuff and packaged stuff as well. But I have found a way that if I buy in bulk, stuff such as whole grains and beans, simple foods, not just buying in bulk, but also simplifying our meals in my family. How I used to do when I was raising my daughter, and they stopped my money then. I found it's cut a lot of it's cut it's cut the amount that I spend on shopping greatly. For example, I buy in bulk rice, potatoes, kidney beans, black eyed peas, red lentils, green lentils, flour, oats, and you have those main things. These are a staple. And then you can make so much nuts, you can make so much things. Well, not so quite expensive, but once you buy in bulk, I'm talking about the majority of my shopping will last me. I'll only have to buy the majority of those things twice a year. Twice a year. I'm talking about big 25K bags of like rice, which will last me about a good 6 months, if not more. Yeah, I'm talking about instead of buying your regular washing powder, you get a big old jugs of liquid washing soap, laundry soap that will last, over a month. Same thing with the dishwashing detergent and things you have to look around and see things that are luxury right now and not really a need. Those are the things you can actually you know, get rid of and substitute with that which is more it's more economical. For example, I was raised with soap as a child. We just had soap, but these this day and age we have shower gel, and those things are luxury for me. So I said to my daughter, if you want to buy shower gel, when you earn stuff, feel free to buy that for you. But I'm going to start buying bars of soap that will last months as opposed to buying shower gel every week. Even when it comes to toilet roll, getting big boxes, packages, excuse me, of toilet roll, which doesn't have to be the quilted and scented and all that. It's your butt. It's like as long as the thing's not cutting your butt and it's you're not sensitive to it, then it really shouldn't be an issue. But when buying in bulk, you got to also remember, especially when it comes to things like toilet roll, is remember that you can get a lot of toilet roll, but just check the quality of it. Check um, to see how, as in the thickness, and check to see how big it is, because you can get a lot of toilet roll and they're really small, and you find that you're just using a whole heap of toilet roll, but you probably go through 2 or 3 toilet rolls in one day. So it'd be more economical just doing what you did before. So you have to really just make sure you check the how big the toilet roll is, and even when it comes to package stuff, which like 25K, if you're really going to go that big, check to see how long that can really last and how realistic is it. Are you really going to be using all that up within 6 months? You don't want to be rotten inside your home. And of course, check storage. Now, I'm in a one-bedroom apartment with my 2 children, so there's not much storage. But right now, I'm doing everything I can to bring down my debt because I'm going to court in September, and I'm planning by then to have the majority from my stuff, my effort, the majority of my debt, well, my rent being paid, but because I'm doing putting forth all this effort, when I do go to my appointment next week with the homeless persons unit, if they see my efforts and my contributions to the debt, they will also put their amount to kind of bring it down for me as well. So by the time I go to court in September, I would have had most, if not all, my debt paid. And even when this is not just for fighting debt, once your debt is paid, you're living that way. If I know I can actually save that amount of money, then it tells me that I can amass that amount of wealth. I could just do that, even just to put that money back into my account instead of using it for debts, because no more debt. Now, that same way of saving for my debt, I can use that as my savings. So let me give you an example. Me and my children, we're plant-based. We eat plant-based diet, and a lot of our foods are fresh fruits and vegetables, which can be quite costly. Um, so my shopping per month, and some people might think this is a lot, okay, but it's a lot because it's fresh fruits, is we buy things from scratch, we're vegans, so we buy whole grains, and so it does mount up. Per month we spend about £600 per month on groceries. That includes cleaning products too, everything. However, a £600 a month. Now, when I chose to do this bulk shopping and simplifying my meals to basic necessities, to actually, to the grains and the staples, the peas and the beans and the pulses and lentils, I found that I am only spending roughly in a whole year £600. So that's £600 I'm spending per month. I am actually spending that for a whole year. Probably, within a little bit over, because obviously fresh fruit you buy in the week as well. But I am saving thousands of pounds doing it this way, which I can put towards my rent. Okay, this is something my children are excited to do this with me. They're like, well, this is going to be exciting to see how this stretches. And it's not just a matter of just boiling peas and eating rice, boiling peas and eating rice. No, I'm a chef. and I'm creative. And there's so many recipes out there as well out there with these ingredients. And I love to be able to see basic raw ingredients, raw materials, and see what can I make out of this. I know how to make burgers and pies and even veggie mints out of these things, out of nuts and out of bulgur. You can make soy mints out of that. You can make milk out of that. You can do so many things with rice, potato, quinoa, kidney beans, black eyed peas, yellow split lentils, red lentils, green lentils, so much chickpeas, garbanzo beans, whatever you have, oats. So many things you can make with that. And I covered the stack with seasonings. So it's not all going to be this, beans and rice, beans and rice. There's so many things you can do. You just have to be creative and be willing to do whatever it takes to bring that debt down. If you're going to stand for a cause and it's going to cost you, then you should be willing to ride it out, whatever, in order for you to see your dream fulfilled. And so I'm looking forward to this. But another money saving tip is meal planning. After we go shopping and we buy a bag of rice, a bag of pasta, bag of potatoes, and then we find all kinds of this and kinds of that, and then we find that at the end of the week when it's time for new shopping, that we still have stuff left over, which fine, you don't need to buy anymore for the following week, but then, things can waste if they're fresh. Okay, like vegetables, and you're throwing things away, it's actually throwing money down the toilet. So what I found is if you have a meal plan where you're planning the meals for each day, then let's say, for example, I know that Monday I'm having granola for breakfast, which is practically nearly every day besides smoothies. Granola for breakfast. For lunch, let's say I'm having a vegetarian tamale pie. And for dinner, I'm having some salad and some tofu steaks, okay, maybe some rice, okay. Then I know that I'm buying, and if I know I'm having it just once that week, then I know that I'm just going to buy enough for that day. So I'm going to buy, instead of buying loads of not potatoes, loads of cornmeal, I'll just buy just enough just for the tamale pie. Loads of mince, I'll just buy just enough for the tamale pie. Loads of tofu, blocks of tofu, I'll just buy just one block just for that evening. And you find that you're actually buying less and wasting less and saving more, bringing down debt and eventually amassing wealth. You understand what I'm saying? So, and coupled with that, I will also be, selling things that I am actually buying from wholesale places as well. And also I create T-shirts as well, and also selling vegan food, once a week at meeting places. I meet with those who live locally and I tell them in advance, I'm going to be selling vegan patties. I'm going to be selling muffins this week. Place your order. I'll meet you at a mutual place. Those things, you got to get creative. And I just wanted to share that with you today. That when I realized how much I'm saving just by doing bulk shopping. And this week I just placed my order today, and I'm excited. It's going to be a new way. You have to be willing to go with the flow, to go with change. Don't be afraid of change. Your children will not be afraid of change if you make it exciting and an adventure. They will not be afraid of it. It's not like they can never have any luxury, but while you're in that money saving stage, while you're about to lose your place, for example, you really can't afford to be thinking, oh, let's just buy some expensive stuff this week. And sometimes, I was gonna say, buying in bulk, you gotta just make sure that you're paying for quality, and not just getting a good old bargain and finding things getting rancid or it's rotten. Something you just can't buy in bulk. Down here in the UK, I'm struggling to find. I've put it out in the groups as well concerning whole grain rice. I'm struggling to find whole grain rice, like big 25K whole grain rice. So it's just, I found whole grain rice, whole grain broken rice, but broken rice, no, that's just like the broken piece of the remains of the good rice, and then just put it in a bag, and that's why it's so cheap, and it's mushy and just now. I'm not going to be taking the scraps like that. It doesn't taste right. So that's the only place, the only form of whole grain rice at such a bulk size that I found. So what I decided is that, well, I'm just going to have to go to the store every 2 weeks and just buy they have 2K in the grocery store nearby. So some things I'll have to go out and get, but the majority of the things will last a good six months. Some will last a month, but I'm not going to be shopping every week. That's the main thing, and I'm going to be saving heaps and spending less and just saving more and bringing down debt. So yeah, buying in bulk, simplifying, meal planning, looking through the house, what you do and don't need. Do it with your children, like an adventure. Like for the next 6 months, we're gonna eat this way. Let's see what recipes we can make. Bring your children in the kitchen with you, so it's not a matter of they're feeling they're going without, but they're feeling that they're actually contributing, um, you know, to the situation that they may be in, if they know about it, which you shouldn't really bring your children involved. But I'm just saying, if they start saying, "Mommy, how come we haven't got this?" And let them know that, hey, this is an opportunity to teach, to be teaching you how to handle your money. So we're gonna, even, you don't need to tell them that you're struggling. Just let your children know that you would like to use the next 6 months or so as a like little workshop, little adventure we're going to be going on to teach you how to save money, invest, and how to amass wealth, how to grow your money. I've always taught my son that every time he has money is placed in his hands, to see it as a seed. It's his job. When someone gives you money, it's because it's your responsibility to make that seed grow. Yes, you can spend it sometimes, but your responsibility when you have money is, this is a seed. I don't care how small it is. How can I make this grow? And so this is a family project that me and my children are on. So it turns the cloud, the trial, into a blessing, because it's building character and it's teaching my children financial independence and learning to sacrifice things and learning to be content with simple things, learning to be resourceful and to cook and just to find joy in the most, the trying times. And to be financially independent, teaching them a lot of things. And at the same time, it's seeing how you don't have to be tied to debt, and that debt is not necessarily dependent upon, I mean, not debt, but bringing down debt is not dependent only upon what you can earning more and do more work, but also saving, spending habits, lifestyle, living a life which doesn't have to bring you into debt, so you can live free and happy while your bank account is growing at the same time, but you're still enjoying the fine things in life. So that's all I have to share today. If you have any comments or any ways that you have found that has helped you to bring down your debt through your lifestyle habits, then please feel free to share, But that's just my testimony today. And one more thing quickly is that last week, I used my grocery money, like I said, to pay my rent, and I felt so good about it. And do you know, I said to my children, and not everyone's a believer in God who's watching this. I understand. I have to share this because I'm not going to just keep this quiet. I said to my children, I'm like, God, we already had food in the house, but I knew that was the grocery money too. And I said, He will put money in my account. And do you know that day, some money went into my account, which I didn't expect, which covered the most of what I already sent as rent. So then I was like £20 under. Then today, the same source put £20. They didn't know what I needed. They didn't know the situation, what I was using to pay my rent. I had £20 put in. So basically, my rent, I've been paying 100. I got 100 back today. That is why I'm able to buy this bulk food. I'm like, look at that. It was like I didn't even pay my rent. Like, I'm still doing shopping. So that's a testimony I wanted to share as well. So yeah, all is well. Like I said, I know some people think it's a bit crazy what I'm doing, like, oh, universal credit. No, 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 no. I'm going to show you that I can actually pay this thing. I can clear this debt and I can maintain me and my kids. And I'm not knocking anybody that is on universal credit. I know it's a tough choice to make. And I'm sure it's very stressful to be under it. I'm not knocking that at all, but it is not for me. I'm looking forward to September. I'm actually looking forward to the court case. I really am, because I know they ain't kicking me out. I know this will be clear, and I have every confidence that it will. So anyway, more money saving tips I will share. As I'm going through this journey with my children, I will share. When the things come, I'll probably take some pictures and just share recipes, things I'm doing with my kids, the things we're eating, and how things are stretching. And yeah. All right then. Take care and have a great day. God bless you.